I did, Deborah, and while this certainly isn't the first debt limit crisis in the United States, there's a lot of uncertainty over what could happen if the government defaults. The U.S. hit its $31.4 trillion debt ceiling in January, and it's fast approaching the so-called X date, the date when Treasury will have insufficient cash to cover its financial obligation.
We shouldn't be playing games, and it shouldn't be a political situation that we play games with defaulting on the debt.
According to the Bipartisan Policy Center, if the U.S. hits that X date without voting to raise the debt limit, Social Security payments could be delayed.
Well, I disagree with what's going on with that. I mean, to me, I see things that people work all their life and they've sent in that Social Security, and now they're not getting what they're supposed to be getting.
I appreciate Social Security, but I don't need Social Security for my welfare. Some people do. We shouldn't default on that either, because that's a promise. All these years I paid into Social Security. It should be there.
According to the American Association of Retired Persons, more than 1 in 5 North Carolina residents receive Social Security benefits. For 25% of those people, it's their sole source of income.
AARP is advocating that the Social Security be off the table. Both parties, both Republicans and Democrat leadership, have been saying that Social Security will not be part of the debt negotiations. It's too important.
Diners here say they have other concerns.
National defense, number one. Number two, all federal programs that provide assistance to the states or to individuals. Like it or not, that's what we live on these days.
Social Security payments aren't the only federal payments that could be impacted. Medicare and funding for food stamps could be affected. And even if an agreement is reached over the debt limit.
My concern is that they keep making it an issue every year.
Now, the last major debt crisis was in 2011, and while that crisis was averted, the markets plummeted and the U.S. Credit rating was downgraded for the first time ever. Deborah?
We'll be watching to see when that deal happens. Shelley Jackson live in Raleigh. Thank you, Shelley.